căutat un titlu care să sune bine, dar să sune bine internațional, dat fiind faptul că festivalul acum a devenit o platformă cu bătaie lungă și în străinătate. Pe de altă parte, să fie din punct de vedere posibilitățile de planificat, de a alege repertoriul, de a lega activitățile noastre adiacente și produsele conexe, să spunem așa, ale festivalului, iar pe de altă parte să fie un titlu care să facă publicul curios. Iar sălile arhipline de până ieri seara, inclusiv la Valtul Bragadiru, cred că vorbesc de la sine. Este un titlu nu doar haios, e un titlu care cred că stimulează publicul.
I think it's a great theme. You can basically play whatever you want in a festival like that because everything has to do with love a little bit. So I think it's quite inventive, this theme, yes.
For the past 7 years, November in Romania means it is time for SoNoRo. SoNoRo is an international chamber music festival which has taken place every autumn since 2006. It gave a new meaning to the chamber music scene in Romania. Founded by the violist Razvan Popovici, the SoNoRo Festival has developed into one of the most exciting and innovative music events in Eastern Europe. During its 7 years, SoNoRo Festival has become something of a special brand for Romania. Wonderful artists from different countries come to celebrate each year and enrich the world of this festival. The concerts take place in famous concert halls, as well as in theatres, clubs, museums and other unusual locations, underlining the creative and adventurous spirit of this cultural initiative. The SoNoRo Festival regularly goes on tour, performing not only in major Romanian cities like Cluj, Sibiu, Timișoara, Craiova and Iași, but also in some of the most important concert halls worldwide, like Carnegie Hall in New York, Wigmore Hall in London and Concert House in Vienna. In 2012, SoNoRo Festival returned under the theme Love Unlimited to spend 3 exciting musical weeks with Romanian audiences. So, dear friends and listeners, for the next 50 minutes, we welcome you into SoNoRo's exciting and surprising world.
Love Unlimited. So I think this is a wonderful thing for the 7th year. And we have very romantic and fantastic, really wonderful program. And I'm very looking forward for the concert tonight.
It's a wonderful idea of the better lifestyle, I would say, not only for us as artists, but I think also for the education and for the audience, because SoNoRo has developed as one of the really wonderful festival, maybe one of the biggest festival in the Eastern Europe.
Cercurile muzicale sunt foarte vorbărețe, deci s-a dus vorba că este un festival special. Și cred că oamenii când știu că îi așteaptă buni muzicieni cu care vor cânta, știu că mă știu sau au auzit de mine și știu că sunt o persoană serioasă și care, cum să spun, un fel de garanție, să spunem așa. Iar după aia când vine aici, evident, cei care au venit prima dată, toți au fost complet surprinși de organizare, de săli, de cât de pline sunt sălile, ce fel de public, de tratament. Deci asta a fost este foarte benefic pentru a lărgi cercul ăsta de artiști care au fost în festival și care vor veni.
Following an already established tradition, the opening concert took place at the presidential residence, the Cotroceni Palace, which was designed as the residence palace for Ferdinand and Marie, the heir prince and princess to the Romanian throne, and was built between 1893 and 1895 by the French architect Paul Gauthreau.
Music is the language of love in a way, and it's a lot of deeply felt music that is going to be played this year. Razvan is himself a very good musician, and this is how it works with chamber music festivals like this. It's very collegial. One brings together people who wants to play together, and it's a very happy life to be a musician, you know.
The most wonderful thing in SoNoRo Festival is that when you hear musicians on stage, even they just met for a few rehearsals, the feeling is that it's a unity. It's a very unique thing, and we felt it only in SoNoRo Festival.
I think you're quite right. It has also to do with this sensitivity that Razvan has. He knows how to group people and who he can put together, and he has this very good antenna. So it's being owed to him that it works so well.
Oamenii care vin la festival știu că sunt la festivalul SoNoRo. Și asta e foarte bine. Nu este un festival impersonal. Marile festivaluri, majoritatea, oamenii vin, cântă, pleacă, oamenii merg la concerte bune, dar n-ai cum. Deci, la un festival mare trebuie să fii foarte ingenios și trebuie să fii foarte consecvent și să ai o viziune ca să poți să-l faci. Să aibă, ca Salzburger Festspiele, de exemplu, sau Lucerna, unde știi că ești la Salzburger Festspiele. Și asta este foarte important chiar și pentru a crea și a fideliza un anumit public. Am văzut oamenii vin cu plăcere la festival și-au făcut chiar fotografii cu acest minunat fotoliu galben pe care în sfârșit îl aveam. Pentru spotul video în ultimii 3 ani am folosit un fotoliu galben virtual. Dar la anul acesta, partenerii noștri de la Bo Concept ni l-au... Da, extraordinar, nu? Deci chiar există.
If you would have to describe SoNoRo Festival in one word, what word would that be?
Love!
The second concert of the SoNoRo Festival took place in one of the most impressive buildings in Bucharest. It is almost impossible not to notice the beautiful and monumental facade of the Palace of the National Military Circle, which reminds one of the National Opera in Paris, the Garnier Palace. The official and solemn inauguration of the palace took place on the 4th of February 1923 in the presence of King Ferdinand and Queen Marie. The Rastrelli Cello Quartet appeared in the imposing marble hall with a mission to perform music between the genres. The varied programs of the Rastrelli Quartet easily mix works by Bach, Saint-Saëns and Tchaikovsky, with compositions by George Gershwin, Dave Brubeck and Leroy Anderson. The name of the quartet is taken from the 18th century architect Bartholomew Rastrelli, who designed the Hermitage in St. Petersburg.
would be very interesting to meet the audience and to look how it is in Romania, because Romania is one of the most greatest musical countries. There's so many great musicians from Romania, so we are very, very happy to play here. This festival, this is something I never know that it's such a big festival with so many people involved and some great musicians. Just very impressed with everything what's going on right now. I'm the founder of this quartet. I'm from St. Petersburg, and that's we found out that there's been a very good opportunity to make a little bit advertisement of our hometown and the music. That people always ask why Australia, and then we explained that the Hermitage, for example, the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg built by Australia, so that's a build the bridges between the name which everybody can remember, and also the St. Petersburg. The concert is something like a cultural and energetical exchangement between the people. Not that people come to listen for the musician and he come to play. No, this is something what the people feel and live together in this evening. And if you're honest with the audience, they will give you back feedback, and you will give it back. And it's amazing moments. And it doesn't matter which language we speak. The music is the best international language. I really believe that.
In 2012, SoNoRo Festival released a new CD album entitled Love Songs. In the elegant Byzantine hall of the Palace of the National Military Circle, pianists Diana Kettler and Konstantin Lifshitz presented the CD and performed works by Johannes Brahms, Antonin Dvorak, and Josef Suk.
Tonight's program is all inspired basically by that CD that we've released, Love Songs. So it has also this Daphnis and Chloe suite, which I made out of Ravel's ballet, which of course also has love as a red thread. It's the most important thing there, and we will be playing the pieces that you can also listen on the CD. First of all, the Liebesliederwalzer, Brahms, which actually inspired the whole idea.
This was just an idea which we kind of already had when we were basically kids. We used to play a little bit for hands, just for fun, as students do. And usually it was some completely unrealistic piece, not four-hand repertoire, two-piano repertoire, but we would play, for example, Schubert's String Quintet or Wagner opera or something like this. So, and this CD, again, Liebesliederwalzer by Brahms, it is not straight piano music, it's actually supposed to be with a choir, but we skipped the choir bit, and Dvorak, Slavonic Dances, it's a symphonic work, so we So this is something we started already at the very young age, I suppose. And we have future plans to go more in this direction, to maybe record something even more symphonic.
We've known each other for, I think, 18 years. I met Razvan also through Diana, so he became a friend later on. So we've studied together with her in London at the Royal Academy, and back then when we were students we just played four hands for fun without any serious engagements or concerts or anything, and that friendship, musical friendship as well, has developed into this project of the CD. I have performed with her also other music, both here at the SoNoRo Festival and also in Germany at the other festival that Razvan and Diana run in Bavaria, Traunstein, Chiemgau Spring. And it has always been something to look forward to be able to play with Diana, because I think we understand each other extremely well, both on musical and on personal level. She's my very dear friend, so it's always a great pleasure and honor to play with her.
Konstantin is one of my best friends. We met when we were still teenagers. We studied together in London at the Royal Academy of Music, and yeah, he's a fabulous pianist. Amazing person, very uncomplicated, great musician, so I'm quite lucky to be able to play with him. And of course he's a great soloist, but luckily he does some chamber music, so we're all very lucky.
St. Joseph's Cathedral is one of the most well-known Roman Catholic churches in Romania, a religious and architectural monument. The cathedral was built between 1873 and 1884 by the Viennese architect Friedrich Schmidt. St. Joseph's Cathedral regularly hosts important concerts and is actively involved in the cultural life of the town. SoNoRo Festival presented another wonderful program to the Bucharest audience, Mozart's Divertimento in E-flat for violin, viola and cello, played by three remarkable artists, Andrei Bielo, Lars Anders Tomte and Björk Lewis. The SoNoRo concert in St. Joseph's Cathedral is traditionally a present to the Romanian public, the entrance being free for all.
De la an la an am învățat lucruri foarte multe și important este să nu repeți greșelile. Că se întâmplă greșelile, asta e uman, eroare uman numesc. Dar nu, sunt foarte bucuros că festivalul s-a dezvoltat progresiv. Deci nu a fost să avem, avem acum un partener sau un sponsor sau un grant și prin asta, gata, facem de la început 3 săptămâni de festival, invităm 25 de pianiști, 30 de violoniști și așa mai. Nu. Deci sincer, sunt foarte... Știu unde poate să meargă mai departe și cum mă gândesc, îmi imaginez cum poate să fie în mai mulți ani, dar nu, sunt cel mai important lucru pentru mine, calitatea concertelor. Că avem grijă și de celelalte detalii, important, pentru că, oricum, publicul trebuie tratat ca atare, cu respect.
Another very important part of the SoNoRo Festival is SoNoRo Interferences, an educational program dedicated to the most talented young Romanian musicians. Every year, around 40 scholarships are awarded, and the young musicians have the opportunity to learn from some of the best international artists, as well as share the stage with them. This project takes place 4 times a year in Romania, Italy, and Switzerland.
Această bursă a fost, în primul rând, un privilegiu și o onoare de a cânta alături de mari muzicieni. A fost o ocazie de a face ceva diferit de ceea ce fac eu de obicei, deoarece în majoritatea timpului cânt solo și am constatat și de-a lungul acestei perioade cu mare diferență.
It's quite a unique project, I think, compared to what's going on in Europe and otherwise. It's the fact that they mix the professionals with students and let them learn how to kind of work in a more professional way, how to approach the pieces and learn some tricks of the trade. It's quite a smart way of doing it, I think.
In Romania, students still think that they can be soloists. It's completely unrealistic. Even somebody like look at Constantin or Joanna, people with big international careers, I would say 30, 40, maybe up to 50% of it is working with other people. If it's in a capacity of possibly conducting or chamber music or recitals with singers or whatever it is. This is the reality.
O experiență grozavă și ca muzică și ca mod de a trăi.
Să fiu chemat să lucrez alături de muzicienii aceștia, o mare ocazie. Pentru că în mod normal nu se ivește o asemenea, nu știu, să te cheme cineva care cântă pe scenele mari în Elveția, în Europa, oriunde, în Franța, în Germania și să vină să cânte cu tine un student, să se urce pe scenă și să aibă încredere că poate că te poți ridica la nivelul lui. Și asta mi se pare mare lucru.
This was possibly the best quality concert we had so far. They really, either they're getting better or maybe we're better at picking them. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but they seem to really be able to work together and work with us. It's no problem at all. It's developing in a right way.
Eu sunt de 2 ani bursier SoNoRo și simt că de la un an la altul e o experiență care mă construiește pe mine ca om și nu numai ca muzician.
Este proiectul, să spunem, nu doar de suflet, dar și de cele mai importante din cadrul festivalului, pentru că de la an la an vezi cât de multe minți și cât de multe suflete se deschid și văd de fapt că lumea e mare și văd ce pot să atingă în anumite circunstanțe, au contact cu noi, au contact cu muzicieni de renume mondial și cred că își dau seama, realizează mai bine de ce fac muzică.
One of the most innovative things for SoNoRo is that teachers are playing with their students. That's a new thing for Romania because usually here the teachers doesn't do these things.
I think this is almost a political statement that if you would like to go in a certain direction, you have to go together, I think. And you shouldn't do it from up, you should go together on the same level. Of course, there are some masters, they know a little bit more, but that's just one point, that you know a little bit more than the others. But then you have to push all these young people to a certain way, and later on they are also masters.
I came to the point that it doesn't matter which kind of career. In music, I think the closest you can get to the composer's art of music is through their chamber music. It's no question. Since I played the late Beethoven quartets, because I'm playing in a very good string quartet, you approach the Beethoven concerto, for example, differently than you only played the Beethoven violin concerto. So it's I think absolutely necessary also for listeners to know all the great chamber music works, to get to know how did they get there, the composers. Like if you want to listen to Schubert symphonies, you have to know the late Schubert quartets. He was practicing on that for the symphonies, writing it. I mean, they're masterworks. They were never played when he was alive, but they're absolute masterworks, and it's I feel much deeper connected with the music since playing string quartet, or also much more chamber music. So a really good soloist is a superb chamber musician.
Sper în anul viitor să putem să-l dezvoltăm mai mult și sper să câștigăm mai mulți parteneri, pentru că anul ăsta, în afară de Institutul Cultural Român, am avut Royal Bank of Scotland și Banca Națională a României, plus Fundația Mircea Dinescu, unde știi că suntem găzduiți în fiecare an minunat, plus Academia Europeană Palazzo Ricci din Montepulciano, din Toscana. Da, și ideea e de a-l duce, cum l-am dus anul ăsta la Kiev pentru prima dată, proiectul în străinătate. Elveția urmează anul viitor și sper și Germania, și când vom face interferențe și între tinerii din mai multe țări, atunci cred că proiectul poate să fie mai departe exemplar.
One of the most unusual locations of the festival is the Bragadiru Palace. This building reflects the beauty of the early 20th century period, and thankfully the stunning architectural features have been well preserved. A century ago, this grand building hosted a ballroom, which at the same time served as a theatre or a concert hall, a library, a bank, and a series of stores on the ground floor. This year, Bragadiru Palace hosted the experimental concert of the SoNoRo Festival under the original title, I've Got a Crush on You. Works by Satie, Cage, Gershwin, Tom Jobin, Baden-Powell and Piazzolla were performed by the British pianist Joanna McGregor and were accompanied by original video projection.
The amounts of people who come to these SoNoRo concerts is quite a big crowd compared to what's normal for chamber music, so that's very good. And the concert that we did earlier in the week when we played the Mozart Divertimento in church, where there was like maybe 1,000 people listening to a Mozart Divertimento, that really doesn't happen. That so many people will hear a string trio, only that. But so that was quite special, I think. Unique experience.
Really love the festival. I take part in many festivals, and also I have two of my own festivals, and I know how difficult it is, and what I see here is fantastic team, people who are doing the same, and even all the small things, like for example today we have a great video with VJ, and each concert with the stage, these decorations around, and all the atmosphere around the festival, and those great events. And after the concert we have all the time we're going somewhere different. I know how huge and how difficult is this work from Diana and from Razvan and for all the team. So big respect, and from us it's just to have fun and to play well. So the rest is on them.
Razvan is doing an amazing job, and Diana and all his friends, Valentin and everybody around. Everybody is doing in one direction. Everybody has the same vision how the concert should be, and it's now my third time to be here. And first time I was here, I was really amazed. But each time I come, I'm so amazed, like how personal, intimate, at the same time professional, and also the program choosing and how the rehearsals are scheduled and how they take care of the artists, Colette, Nori, Clara. It's really a beautiful atmosphere, and we enjoy being here and doing music.
The 10th concert of SoNoRo Festival took place in the most distinguished concert hall in Bucharest, the Romanian Athenaeum. A sanctuary of Romanian culture, the Athenaeum has hosted the most remarkable concerts of some of the greatest musicians in the world. The Athenaeum's jewel is the 70-metre-long and 3-metre-high fresco which surrounds the concert hall. The acoustic is truly impressive, and so were the festival artists who performed on the evening of November the 18th.
It's a beautiful stage, I mean absolutely beautiful, and it was very nice rehearsing this afternoon when it was empty, because concert halls are quite special when they're empty too.
Yeah.
I feel this like at the Albert Hall in London, when you go there and rehearse and it's completely empty, it's a very atmospheric place, and then the audience arrive and they turn it into a different atmosphere. They bring their acoustic with them.
Yeah, the sound changes.
So the sound completely changes. Diana Kettler asked me to play it with her, and I know I'd never done it before, although I do know John Adams a bit, and I have played some of his work, and we worked very hard on it to try and get it together. It's very
permanently dialogue.
Yes,
The two pianos.
very close, but
Yes,
never
yes.
the same, which is extremely difficult, and also have to have a very good sense of rhythm, very good sense of groove, what jazz people call groove, where you have to sort of lock into what each other are doing in a rather loose way, and then of course not panic as well.
most difficult thing. Because you really have to have a very close understanding with the person. Just simply to play together, I'm not even talking interpretation. So not many people can actually do it, so I'm not surprised that it's not so popular. It was never popular.
Another memorable concert of SoNoRo Festival 2012 was hosted by the National Bank of Romania, which is one of Bucharest's most impressive buildings of the late 19th century. The most important element of the interior is the counter hall, which accommodates the Museum of the National Bank of Romania and is also known as the Marble Hall. There, the Szymanowski Quartet gave a fascinating performance. Founded in Warsaw in 2005, the Szymanowski Quartet has developed into one of the most exceptional international string quartets of its generation. Their sophisticated programs present a perfect balance between intellect and passion. It is with these characteristics that the Szymanowski Quartet captivates its audiences at prestigious festivals in Europe, the United States, Asia, Australia, and South America.
This is like the debut for the Szymanowski Quartet in Romania. We are very happy about it.
Tell us a few things about your program.
We are extremely happy about these programs. We think that artistic director Razvan Popovic makes fantastic programs, and we are able to play one of the most incredible pieces by Schubert, that's in the Maiden, and our Polish composer Karol Szymanowski. Which is we are named after this one of the greatest Polish composers, and Mendelssohn, one of the most beautiful string quartets, F minor of Mendelssohn. So we are really, really happy. It's like we come here and play our favorite music.
When did you meet Razvan Popovic?
We met him already in Germany at some festivals, and it was a great experience, and we know him as a fantastic viola player as well, not only a director of the festival. So we are very pleased when we heard he wanted to invite us to Romania, and especially for us it's a new experience because we travel a lot and we know quite a lot of places in the world, and we are really happy always to go somewhere new, a new place. And we heard a lot about this festival and a lot about a fantastic audience in Bucharest. So we are really looking forward to this concert.
SoNoRo Festival 2012 presented a completely new project, a literary salon dedicated to love and its many facets. Well-known guests such as journalist Ioana Păvulescu, film director Tudor Giurgiu, and writers Marius Chivu and Alexandru Balașescu discussed the mysteries of love, drawing inspiration from Romanian and international literature.
E unul dintre puține lucruri cu adevărat bune care se întâmplă cultural vorbind la noi în țară și mă bucur că iată a rezistat 7 ani.
și că a început să crească. Pentru prima dată oamenii umplu sălile, concertele sunt sold out, arată că și-a câștigat și încredere, are și un capital de imagine, ceea ce e extraordinar, pentru că vorbim de muzica de cameră, care nu este foarte populară, nu face parte din ceea ce oamenii își imaginează în mod normal că și-ar petrece timpul liber, ca divertisment muzical. Din punct de vedere asta îl face cel mai chic festival de la noi, pentru că iată, a reușit să facă din muzica de cameră, cum ziceam, ceva extrem de popular. Eu însumi vin în fiecare an la SoNoRo, deși nu mă pricep la muzica de cameră, dar îmi place foarte tare și datorez acest lucru festivalului SoNoRo.
The brand of SoNoRo is, Razvan has really built it up to be synonymous with high quality and also exciting chamber music played by, in general, young musicians. And I think, now that it's set up in Bucharest very nicely, I think for us to go to the other cities and also to hopefully bring the same level of concerts that we do here, to bring it there, I think it's good for everybody, because for us it's a wonderful way to see the country, which maybe we would not have such a great chance to see otherwise. And also it's just some beautiful cities. I remember the first time I was in Sibiu, for example. I thought it was really, really so beautiful. And the same thing with Cluj, also another city which I had never been to until SoNoRo started. So yeah, I think it's good for everybody.
It's always a pleasure for me to coming back to Romania and to be part of this wonderful festival. There are more and more people interested in chamber music in general, I think, especially in this festival of Razvan. I think it's absolutely great to have more people for this small kind of music events, And I think the public it's quite a warm public, I have the impression, really, that the public is curious and they are also not closed for new music, contemporary music, and I think this is great because it's really music from today, and we should do it today and not tomorrow.
Publicul este foarte amestecat. Dacă ne uităm în sală, sunt foarte mulți tineri, el a coborât cumva muzica de cameră în stradă, metaforic vorbind. E apropiat pe oameni de un gen despre care nu știau foarte multe, dacă nu erau specialiști sau care nu erau muzicieni sau nu mergeau în mod constant la Ateneu. Din punctul de vedere e uluitor ce se întâmplă cu acest festival și e reușita lui Răzvan Popovici, care a avut și ambiția și determinarea să-l facă în ciuda greutăților, al sponsorilor care au crezut într-un festival de nișă până la urmă. Și iată că lucrurile au dat roade și cred că va fi un festival de lungă durată.
Dacă ești sincer cu un festival, nu trebuie neapărat, deci nu poți să faci neapărat profit, pentru că un festival se finanțează din sponsorizări, din, să spunem, granturi de la instituții de stat și din bilete. Cum în România din bilete, ok, câștigi o parte, dar o parte a bugetului o câștigi din vânzarea biletelor, însă problema mare e că la miile de spectatori care vin, o bună parte sunt invitați, pentru că festivalul e finanțat în proporție al nostru, în cazul de față, aproape 90% din parteneriate private. Deci, practic, fără aportul Raiffeisen Bank, E.ON, UPC, afișaj, Novotel, deci avem partenerii tradiționali, Rom Capital Invest, pe de o parte, plus Arcub și Primăria Capitalei și Ministerul Culturii pe de altă parte, așa putem să-l finanțăm. Să-l finanțăm sănătos, adică sunt parteneri pe care avem de lungă durată și sper cu bătaie lungă.